the Nazis had found themselves fighting a hard two-front war once again against Russia and Britain in World War II. Hitler, who was the Führer, believed massively in the Aryan race, which was the race of his country, so he wanted them to rule the world. He also believed that the Jews were the source of all their problems, including the two-front war and problems from before the war. So he constructed a plan based on torturing the Jews while he was in jail for trying to overcome the democratic government in the 1920s. This caused him to get rid of anyone in his way, creating the Holocaust, and they would use everything they could to get out of the bodies of their prisoners before burning them. Führer would send people who he would want exterminated or imprisoned to camps. There were two kinds of camps: extermination camps and concentration camps. Extermination camps could also be known as death camps. First, let us see the difference between concentration camps and death camps. A concentration camp would not only be focused on ending the lives of the people, it could abuse them in many ways, like forcing them to work their hearts out every day while providing them with 2 meals a day. They used to create bullets, guns, and cyanide capsules, which are poison. The prisoners were forced to contribute to the war in a way. However, an extermination camp is only focused on killing the people. They were killed in a gas chamber and where gas was dropped on them, which killed them. Between 1933 and 1945, the Nazis had built over 40,000 camps. The biggest one was Auschwitz, which was divided into Auschwitz I and Auschwitz II. Auschwitz was actually discovered by the Soviets, but it had been evacuated before it was discovered. Auschwitz I was actually 40 square kilometers, and only 7,000 prisoners were found there, millions of items of clothing, 6,350 kilograms of human hair, 100,000 pairs of shoes, and 3,800 suitcases, and anything else they could get out of the bodies of the prisoners before burning them.
The Nazis used concentration camps to enslave those who they believed to be inferior to their superior race. There were 40,000 concentration camps and death camps in total, 20,000 of which were located in Germany alone. The other 20,000 were spread across the Spanish border to Greece and conquered Soviet countries, and even some in North Africa.
More than half of the total 11 million people exterminated by the Holocaust as a whole in the concentration and death camps of the Führer were Jews. These 11 million people included Jews, Poles, Gypsies who were from Romania, Soviet prisoners of war, prisoners from other ethnic groups, any other individual who opposes the Führer, homosexuals, socialists, and communists. 90% of the people killed at Auschwitz I and II were Jews. This could tell us that more than 50% of the people killed were Jews in the whole Holocaust.
Life in Nazi prison camps were no less than hell. Poor souls unfortunate enough to be trapped in those hellholes had to share rooms with 700 other people. Concentration camp prisoners were forced to work minimum 11-hour days, and not only that, but horrifically difficult work such as mining and construction. Prisoners were only allowed 2 meals a day, no more than 30 calories. And they were tricked into the belief that if they worked hard enough, they'd be set free. For example, in Auschwitz I, on the gate was written in German, "Work will set you free." But in reality, that was not the case, and soon enough they'd be slaughtered like animals. Prisoners in concentration camps and death camps were killed in a number of ways: hanged, gassed, shot, and even in some cases had their bodies liquidated. Those who were hanged in concentration camps were those who tried to escape, but failed due to the numerous guard towers and barbed wire. Unlike concentration camps, where few had hope that they'd regain their freedom, in death camps people lived in constant fear, knowing that the end was near, and watching everyone around you get slaughtered is enough to break any man's soul. The atmosphere in death camps were death all around.
In concentration camps, prisoners were constantly beaten by guards, and in many cases even till death. Men like Himmler, the leader of the SS, who were the main reason for all the killings and the prosecution of the Jews. Himmler once said, Perhaps we shall all have to hold in check other colored peoples who will soon be in their certain prime and thus preserve the world, which is the world of our blood, of our children, and of our grandchildren. Heinrich Himmler and Joseph Goebbels, the Minister of Propaganda, together both planned the Fallstudung, the biggest event of the Holocaust. Goebbels once said, Propaganda works best when those being manipulated are confident that they are acting on their own free will.